I have been waiting for Jackboys 2 since the T-Virus hit, and Trav really dropped this when we needed it the most, because between the race wars, the trade wars, and the world war, it's nice to drown my anxiety in some LaFlame ad-libs. Politics aside, it only took me one track to be completely immersed in bliss. I was so inspired by Champagne and Vacay that I opened FL and started cooking up my own Jackboys inspired beat. Similar to Champagne and Vacay, my track starts off with the classic Travis Scott chord progression. And this is the basis for the entire track. I made this video detailing how to make insane beats using this chord progression, and you can find that link below. But the core of it is pretty simple, and you can build out this chord progression by structuring out a basic minor triad. Then you duplicate that over. And for the second chord, you just move the first note up one space, or one semitone if you prefer, move the second note up 2 spaces, and move the third note up 1 space. From here, I voiced the top notes of the triad down and built out a majestic piano melody. By the way, if you want a bunch of MIDI like this one so you can make your own incredible melodies, check out my free 7-kit bundle linked in the description below, where you'll find over 200 MIDI to use in your own beats. Okay, so then I added some effects, starting with Radiator to boost and saturate the treble. Then some retro color, and some outer space for reverb and delay. Then I laid down this pad melody. At first I voiced it back to the original triad, but after changing the patch, I decided to voice these chords differently too. Then I printed that to wave audio, added some fruity delay too for width, some lux verb, some EQ, and then some more EQ. Next, I laid down this melody flourish using another pad from Repro. Then I printed it to audio and added a bunch of effects, starting with some Radiator to saturate the treble. Some lux verb to make it more lush. Some portal. And then some fruity flanges. Then I built out this fire bass line. And I switched the patch to something with a bit more character. Water is wet, the Pope is Catholic, we're printing that to wave. And after a bit of leveling in EQ, I moved on to one of my favorite parts of this track, the synth keys. And my go-to for synth chords is always the analog Polysynth Silver from Repro's Synth Keys Bank. I print that to audio and then add some delay. And that pretty much wraps up the intro section of the beat. Similar to Champagne and Vacay, I want to have a beautiful piano melody, that leads into a dope synth pre-chorus. before dropping into a super hard, dark verse section. To start the drop, I built out a bass line using the Phrygian scale. I won't explain it here, but you can check out this video to learn how I build melodies and bass lines using the Phrygian scale. That'll be linked below. We print, we ball. And I decided to layer that with the Bass 3 MC patch from GMS and laid down this melody. Then I EQ'd the first bass so that the lows wouldn't clash between the two. And I added some stereo shaper to it as well because I just thought it sounded cool. For the melody of the drop, I laid down this super simple chord melody using the Digichord patch from Repro. Then I routed that melody to ascend so that I could essentially copy the signal. And on this copy, I added some portal. From there, I added some gross beat to the send to pitch it up an octave. And came back to the original Digichord track to add this transient shaper so I could remove some of the attack from the initial chord hits. Then I sent both signals to one composite track and used compression to blend them together. And now, it's time for the best part.
Drums. The drums. The drums. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You hear me? Nothing, bro. Nothing. I don't care.
It's all about the drums.
The drums, bro. Don't fuck up the drums. You can do everything but fuck up. Just don't fuck up the drum.
And brother, do not play with me. If you want to make the hardest beats possible, you've gotta use the Centerfold drum kit. With sounds from all of my placements and viral beats, this kit will have you making professional grade instrumentals instantly. Okay, so first I started with this kick pattern. Then I laid down this hi-hat. I put this open hat down and used it to layer this hard ass snare. So now that we have the intro and the drop done, we just need a bridge that links the two of them together. In Champagne and Vacay, they do this by using some noise and a low-pitched vox, along with Waka's loud-ass chants, which we will get to in just a second. To start off my bridge, I used Fruity Delay 3 to automate an infinitely increasing delay from the signal of the intro melodies. And this was used to create my noise. Before finishing the bridge with the low-pitched vox, I decided to add the vocal chants to the track. Waka's screaming actually reminded me a lot of what Swamp Izzo did on I Am Music, so I just grabbed some of Swamp's vocals and sprinkled them throughout the beat.
Drop! Drop! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Drop! Swamp Izzo! Ah! Yes, sir! Swamp! 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 Swamp Izzo!
What you listening to is that homicide.
You got to be living up under a rock if you don't know my voice. Swamp Izzo! I Am Music!
Then I finished off the bridge by adding some of Young Thug's vocals from Franchise. And that's pretty much it. Now let's listen to the full track.
Drop! Drop! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Drop! Drop! Izzo! Drop! Ah! Drop! Yes, sir! Drop!
I'm sure you can tell that it sounds a bit different in the final product, and that's because I did a bit of additional mixing and mastering. If you want to learn about how I do that, check out these two videos here.
To my day ones!